Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? For this show, I'm gonna do something a little different. I want to be real with everybody. I thought about doing a full biography, but I've had a lot of stuff happen in my life, so I highly doubt everybody wants to sit here and listen to every little detail of my life and everything I've been through. When a lot of my story's already been told as far as my bio on Reverb Nation and stuff. Um, But what I wanted to capture is some of the obstacles and things I've overcame in the last 6 years. I don't even think I really realized it. I know what on the last show I was talking about medicinal marijuana and equality and things, but I didn't get much into the medical marijuana like I wanted to, like I'm going to in this one, because there was always the myth that people say that it's addictive. And the thing is, at the age of 22, I checked myself into rehab. And I sweated it out. I detoxed, which is where the song Detox come from. And I went through a 21-day program, got clean. I turned my life around from there. Not overnight, believe me, not overnight. At first, I just got clean, but over time, you know. But I remember 6 months after I got clean, I got in a car accident, and they wanted to put me in all kinds of painkillers and shit. And it's like I didn't want to get addicted again to drugs. And part of the program is you don't get narcotics because you're addicted. And being an addict, you become addicted. And on that one video about how to use the truth to get past addiction, I don't know if a lot of people realize that that information I gave in that video, most people don't get until they're in rehab. And a lot of times people don't have the resources, the funding, or even know how to go about getting that kind of help to get into a place like that to learn the things that I taught on that video. Like, I really am here for anybody who needs to quit smoking, who needs to quit drugs, who needs to, I mean, I don't care if you have a porn addiction or whatever. I really want to look out for people because I've overcame that obstacle. And that's a big obstacle in my life. That was the first accomplishment I had ever made. And from there, I know that once I got married to my wonderful wife, Caitlin, and we had our daughter, you know, and she got pregnant, so I went back to school. Yeah, I studied hard. I got my high school diploma. I didn't want to settle for a GED, but I had to in order to be accredited to go to college for music production. And so I went to school for music production, and now here I am. You know, I didn't wait till I was out of school to start my music career though. Before that, I did a lot of rapping, messing around, things like that. And my fans are what motivated me to try to get serious. I had a lot of street credit, things like that. So now that I'm here in the 812 Pike County, Indiana, I'm like all about representing, all about doing what I gotta do to show that love back. Cause without being here, I wouldn't have done the great things I did. I know somebody once told me, "You're in punk ass Indiana, dude." I wouldn't say that. Like, out here it's cool. People have respect for each other, and I like it. Like, the laws here are tough sometimes, but they're fair. Like, they got the no back down law. If somebody breaks in my house, I have the right to defend myself. When I was in Michigan, it really ain't like that. I mean, you can, but you can't. Like, there's ways they always dance and skirt around that up there. Up there, if a man and a woman get into an argument or something and the cops get called, the dude will go to jail no matter what. Even if the woman goes to jail too, so will the dude. And if not, all a woman has to do is say she's scared, even if she ain't, and that dude will go to jail. And it's like bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, you know, a dude gets angry, you know, and I understand, you know, some dudes being abusive, but this is extreme. This is like, you gotta tuck your tail in between your legs and clap. You know, you gotta bitch out. You know what I'm saying? And not me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, anyway, moving on. You know, one of the things was, like, I got enrolled into the medical marijuana program. Like, if you look on the delinquent cover, it's my picture of me on a medicinal marijuana license. That really is my medical marijuana card. It's just that, you know, I had to read you some information on it, things like that, you know. But, you know, to make it cool for the album, you know what I'm saying? But it's a real card. And, but I never went back to my active addiction, see? I never went back into drugs. I never anything. And that's what I wanted to tell everybody here tonight, is that people can take it that have been addicted and not have to jeopardize their serenity and their freedom. You know, their sobriety or any of that. I know a lot of people that are still active in addiction, probably watching this, are like, dude, how could you function without drugs? Why would you want to? I used to think the same thing. Now I think, why would you want to do drugs? You know, and it's just the clarity of things and how you perceive them and what you go through in life and what you learn, what you admit to yourself that you learn and what you decide not to, you know. It's all about that. But, you know, I know Blackgrave, you know, supposed to be my manager, gonna come up to me and be like, oh, there's another dude representing Pike County. I'm like, well, who is he? Let me hear him, you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, no, dude, you gotta step your game up. I'm like, whoa, hold up. I realize my production ain't perfect. I realize that, you know, there's work I need to detail on. I'm the best, I just haven't got there yet. You know, I just haven't been able to channel myself or expose myself to my full potential. But I know I got it. And, like, I'm sitting here like, dude, why do you underestimate me so much? But see, it's people doing that my whole life that has got me where I'm at today. Therefore, it's people like him that'll make sure I get to the next level. So I ain't hating on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at that and I'm like, it's cool. It's alright. Because I will do what I gotta do. And I will make sure I'm still repping it, no matter what. So even if this cat does come in here and he does, you know, try to, you know, represent Pike County, you have to remember that if you look at any of my charts, I'm #1 in all the tri-state area. That includes Kentucky, that includes Illinois, that includes Southern Indiana. And you're probably thinking, well, there probably ain't that many rappers out there because you're out in the country, right? No, not true. Actually, there's a lot of them. And you want to know something? Some of them are pretty good. I'm not even going to hold you up. They are. But, yo, you got to remember, I'm from Detroit, man. Like, and I've won battles out of 250 plus people, like just fucking around at a bus stop. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened when I was on my boy J2K's album, dude. Like his second album. His first album sold over 300,000 copies, all underground. Dude. This is before internet. This is before any of that shit. And you know what? I mean, it kicked ass. And he's like, bro, I want you in and out on that second album. And I'm like, for real? He's like, word. So, you know, and that production was like, but, you know, he slanged to an undercover cop, got 10 years. That was about 6 years ago. You know, he'd get 8 on good behavior. You know what I'm saying? So, I miss my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? But that's my fan of the month right there, Jay. You know, because he's been my fan before I ever blew up. You know, I spit a line to him right after I killed that battle, and I said, "I'll make the cops look so hideously ridiculous that they'll be screaming to ridicule us." And he's like, "Wait, dog, spit that shit again." And I was like, "Wait." I was like, "I'll make the cops look so hideously ridiculous that they'll be saying ridicule us." See? He was like, "No." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Man," he's like, that shit like makes you know, want to rewind it and hear it again and again. And I'm like, I got shit like that all day. And he's like, "No way." I was like, "I do." And he's like, "Man," he's like, "for a white boy, you can spit." I'm like, "I'm Hispanic." He's like, "Yeah, but you look white, you act white, you know, you ain't, you know, you're a white boy, you know." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I'm a white boy." You know, he's like, "But dude," he's like, "Man," he's like, "you just tore them dudes up like they were nothing." I was like, "Man, I've been practicing for like years, you know what I'm saying?" And he's like, "Man." So, you know, that's my home, you know. I'm not hating on this new guy that's trying to come up here in Pike County, though, and rep it. I don't even know him. See, the thing is, everybody thinks that I'm right away gonna hate on somebody just because they're stepping on turf. Nah, I ain't worried about it. I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm not trying to start no beef over it, none of that. Like, the way I see it is that, how can I put this? Alright, it's like this. I only hate on people that have been stupid to me, that have tried to treat me like I'm a dumbass, that have, you know what I'm saying, like, been phony, talk shit behind my back, you know what I mean, like, act real immature, just do dumb shit, you know, try to act like they're my homie, but no, you know, but ain't shit, and I'm nobody's fool, you know what I'm saying, so I call it bluff card quick. That's who I am, that's what I do, alright. Now, I even know this kid that's number 2 on the charts on Reverb Nation from Vincennes, Indiana. Now, production wise, quality wise, how about that? Production, obviously kill him. But I'm number 1, he's number 2, and I mean, you know, he's behind me by less than 300 views. But you want to know something? Or plays, I mean, because you don't go by views, it goes by plays. But the thing is even with my home studio equipment, because most of my music on there is from AK-47 and Magnum, which was all done on my laptop. Alright, so, you know, after I raked in the money from that, is when I actually got a little bit of money, and I started pumping in to things like breast cancer awareness, things like autism speaks, ADHD, bipolar, all these kinds of things, right? But I had a little bit of money left over to get myself some decent equipment, a nice mic, a nice little studio setup, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't even put on concerts right now because I took that money and pumped it into more education for these different causes so I could teach people about them. Like, what rapper producer do you know would do that? You know, most of these cats that are rapping are blowing up today. Everybody's like, oh, yo, he's hot, though. He's got 1 million views. Yeah, but he's also got a producer. He's got a promoter. He's got a manager. He's got all these people working for him 24/7. My manager don't even really, push nothing for me. I do it. You know what I'm saying? I promote my own stuff. I produce my own stuff. And I'm the artist. So it's like, everybody's like, yeah, so you reap all the benefits from it. Yeah. And believe me, I've turned down a couple opportunities, and I got a couple more that I could take. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some people, on my side that ride with me, that I've given shout outs to. There's people I haven't given shout outs to that have really helped my career. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just gave my boy Jay a shout out, and if I didn't, I didn't know. And I don't know. I'm trying to think of somebody for douchebag of the month for this month. I think it'd be AJ, my old boss. And it ain't because he's my boss and he ragging on me or whatever. It's just because of the way he did me, you know what I'm saying? Treated me unfairly, expecting more out of me than he did out of anybody else. And then everybody's like, well, that's good. That means he could expect more out of you than he could out of anyway. No. It's ridiculous stuff. It was like, if I didn't do one thing I was supposed to do, I got in big kind of trouble for it, but, another kid can run around and do it, and he got a little slap on the wrist, or whatever, The only reason that kid got fired is because, he went off on a senior citizen when you work at a nursing home. Like, why did it take that for him to get fired? He should have got fired a long time ago. So I had to quit that job. Straight up. Alright, but I'm gonna cut it short. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get off here. But it's a beautiful day out here. 80 degrees. Wonderful day. Enjoy your time together while you still have each other. All these bombings and all this shootings and stuff, you never know how much longer you're going to have your loved ones. So don't waste your time fighting. Love each other. Care for each other. If there's something I can say about that, that's it. Alright. Peace.